a legend. It's quite cool. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Wow. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Wednesday. Oh, it's Wednesday. It's a hump day. It is a hump day. August 21st, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back everybody. Hope you had a great week so far. Kick some ass, took some names. And if you didn't hump anybody, as I always said on a Wednesday, you still got time. The day is young. I know it's the evening in California here. It's maybe the evening, might be after hours at your nightclub right now, back at your home state. And you don't want to go back in that room. You don't want to go in there. You don't want to go in that room. You don't get so naked that you can hump anything you might in your vicinity might come after you. I don't know, but just don't do it now. Right, Mike? Welcome back to my intelligent co-host, Mr. Mike Casey.
Hey Brian, am I chunking a little bit? I might have
Mike's a little. He's sloppy ghost tonight.
Am I sloppy ghost? It's a hump day. That's appropriate, right?
It's appropriate. How you doing, Mike?
Damn, Skippy. I'm doing great, Brian. I was wondering before the show. I was like, can I do a Pepe impression? Like, does that work or does that not work?
I like what you said.
Okay, Pepe's about it. Thanks for signing off, Pepstar. Hey Brian. Hey Brian, thanks for having me on the show, man. I got my audio set up back here at my mom's house. Thanks, Pat.
Nice.
It's good to see you too.
Good to see you, man. You had a good week so far? It's been good?
So far.
Yeah.
So far,
well, good
I
to see
haven't
you,
made it out to the beach yet, but I will.
Make it to that beach. Summer's almost done. It'll be gone like that before you know it. So
Seriously.
Enjoy the beach, Mike. Beach it up. Beach day, Mike Casey. All the lathering happening and the frothiness oozing off your pores as you soak in that vitamin D. Good to see you, Mike. Welcome back to Kruse Control. Also bringing us back on Kruse Control. It wouldn't be a hump day. It wouldn't be a day on a Wednesday when we talk about comic books. We didn't have the comic book king himself here, Mr. Sean Sutherland. How you doing, Sean?
Hello, I'm back with a haircut, and I don't look so much like a slob. I'm no longer on vacation, so I also shaved.
Nice.
I bought 8 comic books today, Brian. Thank you
Wow.
for asking. I know that was going to be
busy.
a follow-up question.
Is it comic book day?
Every Wednesday is a comic book day. Every Wednesday is a new comic book day. So new comic books come out every Wednesday. This is
The name, Sean.
the 12th commandment of the Bible. The shitty paper comic books. They come out every Wednesday. So yeah.
What was the best one?
Oh God! Like I haven't had time to read them. I've been so busy, Brian.
One had to
Trying to
catch
get
your eye
involved
first
with my
and
local
glisten into your.
community.
One had to glisten into your memory and cement this up. Be like, I need this first.
Oh, I'm very excited about Epitaphs from the Abyss. Look at that! Check that one out. Look at that.
Is this like a
evoking
B
the
side?
oldies.
It.
Yes, kind of. It's all little anthologies. Anthologies are very big this year because again, people don't listen, people don't pay attention. So you got like less than 5 seconds. Kids out there, put down the iPad, read a comic book.
Read a fucking comic book.
Anyway, but yeah, there's a ton out there. It's good times. Happy to be here. It's a Wednesday. My cat wants to leave the room, so as soon as I'm off the screen, I'm letting the cat out. So
a lot going on, Sean. Good to see you. Welcome back to Kruse Control. As always, happy to have you here on a Wednesday. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. As instincts, everybody's mind these days, I guess. But welcome back also to the show. We are not alone. There's one more person, everybody. He's been just kicking ass, run the circuit, making you laugh so bad that you shit your pants. Sometimes, me. Hopefully not. Hopefully you don't. But welcome back to the Kruse Control. Comedian, actor, creator, writer, and honestly, a roundabout amazing human being. Ben Tula, Mr. Mark Hurtado. Welcome back to Kruse Control, man.
What's up, y'all? It's Wednesday, my dudes. Man, I need to read comic books again. I used to love comic books. I thought back in college I had like a whole bookshelf full of just thousands of them. But then once I moved out to LA, I just stopped collecting. It was just like a lot of physical space. I tried to read them on the on the onlines, because you can just
Oh yeah, Hoopla, baby, Hoopla.
It's not the same. It doesn't hit the same for some. Like I like.
I feel you, Mark.
Yeah, like the pages, just turning the things. I like picking it up. I know I sound like every old guy that when they're talking about like a book or when they, I'm okay with ordering at a restaurant where you have to scan the thing. Like I'm okay with that. But comic books, I want to hold, I want to smell.
You got it, man.
Yeah,
there's so much more to it.
Shitty ink all over your fingers. It's great. It's a good experience.
Yeah. Rub it into your pores, soak it in the ink. It makes you closer to the comics. Yeah. But I agree. There's something about it.
I can throw it. I can go like, fuck this shit. I can throw it. You can't do that with an iPad.
If you don't like it, just burn it like everything else. Yeah.
I've only read like one comic book series via digital, and that was Bone because Mike gave it to me one time, way a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I still miss the holding it. You gotta hold it. It's just something about it. I think there's
it's media, baby.
Yeah. What's up, Paul Kersey? Good to see you, man. Welcome to Kruse Control. But yeah, I agree with you. Welcome, Mark. Good to see you. Gonna get any big gigs coming up right now?
Tonight. That's why I might have to dip out early.
You're going out tonight?
So it's my friend's show, and it's not like I'm not on the bill. But he said, "Hey, dude, if you can come by,
you're gonna crash
probably throw you up at the end." And so I'm gonna try to make it right after this. It's not too far from me. It's in Burbank. A place is called Bruise Brothers. It's a brewery, 2 stories. Oh, yeah. It has a little barrel room on the side where they have a live comedy show. I believe twice a month.
That place is great. I haven't been there in a while actually, but it changed the hands a few times, right? And now is it cemented to be like you think?
Open a room. They just had another one from a different person like last Thursday. There, it's a tricky room though because there's no AC and it gets a little warm. But if you're a comic, you're just in and out. It's a non-issue. It's those idiot crowd people who are just coming to support the show that have to suffer. Yeah.
Well, you know what happens there? The bar bills go up. That's what happens there, which is fine for the establishment,
Yeah, cool them off.
Bring on the booze, cool them off, and have a great time. But thank you for being here, Mark. I know if you got to bounce, let me know. We can always phone somebody in. We phone people in once in a while to cover if things go down. So, but I'm excited that you're here, though. It's been too long. Welcome back. And I can't wait to talk everything with you tonight because it's going to be a fun night. It's hump day. It's hump day. It's hump day. We always enjoy hump day. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It could be any day of the week. It could be a Monday, a Wednesday, a Tuesday, a Saturday, a Sunday, any day of the week. There's always one thing going down Kruse Control. That is a lot of breaking news. Come on. Woo, the very first thing I'm talking about is Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Season 2 is coming. The trailer dropped. We haven't had a chance to talk about this yet, but this trailer did drop, and it's coming out not too far away, August 29th. And they're still putting their money into this Amazon. After the last season, I thought it would be canceled, but you know what? Everything I wanted started on the last episode of Season 1. So, like, hopefully Season 2 will be dynamic and amazing and just like blow my mind. But what they're going to do right now is they're talking about having the devastating war where they raise the banners and they kill a lot of people where they're fighting against Sauron, and that is the definitive battle of J.R.R. Tolkien's. It's the Siege of Aragon. Anybody know what that name is? Aragon? I want to say Aragon. I've been watching too much Lord of the Rings. Is Aragon? Aragon? If you know in the chat, let me know. But that's really they're actually going to have that battle in here. I guess a lot of people have been asking for that, but it looks epic as fuck though this new season. So hopefully, Mark, they do a good job. I don't know. I'm always nervous, but Amazon's been doing pretty well on their shows. They don't have the drama like Disney has. Like Disney's being sued. We talked about just on Monday for someone doing having a food allergy at one of the restaurants and died like a half hour later. And the restaurant said that they were like the best one for food allergies. But anyways, the person tried to sue based off his wife's death. Disney said because he signed that Disney Plus contract, he couldn't sue because in the fine print says you can't sue if you sign the Disney Plus contract. You can't sue the mouse, at all. But now Disney's going back on that. They're going back on that though since Monday because they got a lot of backlash from everybody that actually signed up for Disney Plus and bought a ticket to any kind of Disney establishment. And so the wrongful death lawsuit is moving forward, and Disney's not going to have it thrown out based off of signing your Disney Plus contract. So round of applause for that because that's fine print shit is bullshit.
I'm pro team deaths at Disney actually because I want more Disney ghosts.
Oh, you want? Oh, sorry. Oh, Lord of Ghosts. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. I want more haunted.
That could have went a completely different way there, Mark. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Let's get some more of those ghosts out there in the park. I'm a big fan.
Let's bring them on. I want to see it too. Maybe Walt Disney can be a part of that. They're in the tunnels below, and they're having a party. That could be pretty good.
If your theme park isn't haunted, it's not a good theme park.
No, it's not. And if your marriage doesn't work out, you're not Benifer. That's right, because J-Lo and Ben Affleck got divorced, everybody. Officially, it's done. J-Lo sent the papers in. Said after 2 years of marriage, I am done with Batfleck. Pass him away. I want the better Batman, who maybe the younger guy, maybe Battinson will be next for Under Chat. I don't know, but she put it away. TMZ reported this. A lot of people report this now. It's been going crazy in the news. Of course, they were already selling their house and they were putting things out that we knew the writing was on the wall. But now, if you're wondering, J-Lo is officially done, or Benifer officially done. It's gone. Yeah, tragic Logan 5, tragic situation. Unfortunately, Batfleck himself cannot be saddling up one more time with Jennifer Lopez, but he might set up the Joker eventually sometimes, because we'll see where it goes with Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, because the Joker 2 is coming, but he wanted to do it as Joaquin Phoenix wanted to do it as a musical. He said a musical on Broadway. Between Joker 1 and 2, he wanted to go to Broadway and get out there and do a whole song and dance number. He was talking to Todd Phillips about this, but then apparently Todd was like, you know how much time that takes? We're talking about like 4 months, 6 months of being on tour, years of setting it up, and then COVID happened, and he was like, yeah, we're not going to do this. But that is where a lot of the ideas came for Joker 2, where they got into having musical numbers, and Lady Gaga came in. So some inspiration did come from this, and it was based off a dream. Joaquin Phoenix had a dream about being Joker on Broadway. And that's how we got our musical numbers. And it's not really musical, but it is kind of a musical. So hopefully it's great. I'm excited about it. Of course, it crossed $1 billion. They're saying it'll cross $2 billion. I don't know if I believe that. Of course, Deadpool Wolverine did cross $1 billion. And it was, it was a little bit about rubbing against Logan and making fun of Logan a little bit. But the writer came forward from Logan came forward talking about this. Everyone was asking him, how did he feel about Deadpool Wolverine? Did he see it? What did Michael Green think? Michael Green said he thought he knew it was going to happen, but then he went and watched it. He said, oh my God, this is amazing. He loved it. He said it was complimentary to the original film. That's what he was saying about the whole process. With the old intro thing, it was like we're trying to have fun off of the idea of how great Logan was. We couldn't match up to what Logan was, and so we're going to have fun and be like, that's what it was, and we're going to move forward with something different. And he said he enjoyed it so much. And so all of his friends were like, you're going to be mad about it. And he loved it. He loved it. Just like everyone that attached. Marigold too was attached to it. He loved it so much. So sometimes it just takes a little comedy, right, Mark? A little comedy to have fun. And it goes a long way in the film industry. It really does.
Yeah, that's the one way they could not ruin Logan. You know how everyone was worried about how it's the perfect exit for the character, then he's coming back. But if it's a comedy, now they're sliding to a different genre, so it works. You can't make another serious Wolverine movie, I feel, but making the kind of light comedy kind of thing is the one way you can do it. And they had fun with it, and I think it worked. That's what's cool about it.
I was thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing.
I think he was thinking the same.
I think he was thinking the same thing.
I think he was. I think he was thinking the same thing.
Did you hear about the intro to the Joker movie? They released today. It's going to be like an animated Looney Tunes style intro. That was the thing that they just released. Yeah, apparently the opening of the movie is animated, which I don't know what they're going to do for this, but I'm actually I'm super curious. Even the musical part that like scares a lot of people off, I think it's a crazy risk, and that's kind of why I fucks with it.
I want to see. I think it's interesting. Yeah, Lady Gaga already. I think it makes sense to have it be like this different kind of take, and it's going to do well. And as Todd Phillips was saying, he's saying that most of the stuff is things that the Joker is thinking, and so he can't really portray it. And he's singing it kind of in this sing-song kind of thing that he's trying to portray, but he can't get the emotions out, and that's what it actually is on the actual movie. So it sounds interesting to me. It's really fascinating. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, I really can't. I really can't wait to see
weird superhero movies. Don't just make them the same, kind of thing. Like, go weird with it.
Go freaking weird. Go weird, go big, and have fun with it at the end of the day. Just have fun with it.
Chances. Heck yeah.
Hey, take some fucking chances. Just like Alien Romulus took some chances to bring Alien back to its originality, back to going where they came from and figuring out, going back to the past, and a little swan song for it. But it's not done yet. It's not going to be done yet, everybody. Because Fede Alvarez came forward and said, yes, I can definitely make a sequel to this. He's already been thinking about it. So when they were shooting and they had this whole idea, like they're going to that planet, he goes, yeah, I can definitely get to that planet now. What's going to be so great about what happens? Is it going to be good? Or is it going to be a terrible place, a horrible place? He said when they were actually writing it, he had these ideas about all this. He had to stop himself and be like, okay, let me get this done first. Let me get this idea out there. Let the audience watch it. And he goes, alien movies have so much time in between each movie. There's no need to rush. Let's years, 7 years, 10 years. Let's take at least 2 years and make the audience want it more. If they want it a lot after 2 years, I have an idea. We can move forward and we will get more Alien from there. And of course, we have the TV show we said before coming out. We have on top of that, we have the Ridley Scott version coming too. So there's a lot more Alien is moving forward. I do hope this continues though, because I enjoyed this movie a lot. Deadpool 3 is mostly fan service. It was a lot of fan service and cameos, but it was still fun, Queen. It was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah,
a romping good time.
Great. It was like just for people who want to enjoy it. It was just like the perfect formula.
It was perfect.
Like,
Unlike Borderlands,
it was mostly fan service and cameos. That's exactly why I loved it.
Yeah, it's true. A lot of people are getting mad about that, but I think they had the right amount of cameos, if you ask me. And I think it was just a fun show overall. And again, it wasn't supposed to be taken serious. As Sean said, it was a send off to the Fox universe, which was great.
Yeah.
It did that.
Yeah,
it excelled in that area, fell short in a lot of other areas, but it was still a fun ride. That's it. Yeah,
and that's what you need to do.
It's it is the same thing as like the into the not Spider-Verse, the other one. What's the
Across
not Into the Spider-Verse, the
No Way Home?
Yeah, No Way Home. Same kind of scenario, but I love that movie too.
Oh, yeah,
like
but No Way Home had a plot. No Way Home.
They
like,
both
had
have
a
the
purpose.
same kind of barely plot kind of a thing.
It's a
which
MacGuffin.
I'm okay
There's
with.
things they got to do. A ticking clock. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not having fun and if like the jokes and the moments don't land, then I start caring about the plot because it holds it all together. But when every like minute is like it's working, I don't mind that there's not a lot of plot.
I gotta tell you, Mark, one plot that wasn't working every minute was Borderlands, because everyone raged about this fucking movie. Oh my God, Borderlands. I wanted to see it so bad. Of course, Kate Blanchett, we got a huge cast here, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, this is big people attached to this. But now, because after 3 weeks of been doing so bad, it's coming to streaming. Oh yeah, it's coming to streaming. Less than a month. It's going to hit here now, August 30th. It'll be a month, I guess, overall. August 30th, you're going to get it now, 3 weeks after it first arrived in cinemas. If you haven't had to check it out, a lot of people haven't. It's still made like $20 million. It made some money, but after like $110 million, it's not that great. Again, I heard this is like plagued by post-production. That's probably why it didn't do well.
It's on a shelf for like 2 years too, right? We talked about this last week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problematic, Sean. That's why it didn't do that well. And people expect it to be like this big thing, and then it's like, oh wait, you guys didn't believe in this, and you didn't actually pay for any kind of post-production either, or any kind of advertising and marketing. They didn't really put much money into that either, because it wasn't anywhere. So I think they knew it was going to fail. They didn't care, and they let it die. And that's what happens a lot of times.
Where was the popcorn bucket for Borderlands? Oh, there was one. I'm an idiot. Don't worry about it.
I hear there was one for Ghostbusters too.
It was shaped like Claptrap?
It was a Claptrap one. Yeah, now that I think about it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Watch out, because Michael Madsen might fuck that if it gets too close. But Michael Madsen's in a lot of trouble right now because he's been arrested for domestic battery. Domestic battery. That's right. Misdemeanor in Los Angeles County. The sheriff department arrested him just over this weekend. And his wife said that, he kicked her out of the house. Apparently there was a very big argument that went down, kicked her out. And then the security guards actually in their compound took her. They called 911 and they came in and arrested him. Now, again, we don't have a lot of details for this. We'll have to wait and see where it goes. But of course, especially in California, usually if that happens, you're arrested right away and you're taken away, and then we figure out the facts later. So Michael Madsen hasn't really been doing a lot recently. Hopefully he'll be okay. But if he is attacking his wife and shit like that, then he shouldn't be okay. Leave your fucking wife alone. You love them and you care about them. You don't fucking steer them and beat them. That's not what you do. Just like you don't try to give a last minute deal at Paramount to fuck a whole deal that's going for a long time, but there's a last second deal coming through. That's right. I mean, Paramount asked for this, so you got 30 days to make a deal. On the Edgar Bronfman is coming forward Jr., and he just countered Skydance for $4.3 billion to overcome Skydance. That was yesterday. Now today, he countered with $6 billion. And at that point, now they're going to extend 15-day grace period to decide if they're going to go with his deal or stay with Skydance. Now, a big thing about this deal now is that, there's money, of course, going into the company, into the stocks, but also, Sherry Redstone's getting like $2.4 billion in this deal. So she has a big reason to actually take this deal over the other one, because she's not getting that much money. So will it go through? Is Paramount fucked? Will they eventually find a new home? We'll have to wait and find out. But I know J.J. Abrams doesn't want to go there. He wants to stick around with WB because after 20 years, his deal is running up. His deal is running up with WB. He's been working for them for almost 20 years, everybody. But now he's working on penning a new multi-year deal with them with Bad Robot. They want to get at least a 5-year deal to get through this, to have more content through WB. Their last one was pretty massive. It was like $250 million was signed back in 2019, but that was the height of like TV. And so people are saying that because it's going to streaming more, he might not get that money, but it's JJ. He'll probably get that money. Just like Indiana Jones got some big bucks for that hat. Harrison Ford's hat, his fedora. Woo! It got $630,000 at auction. Crazy. Never abuse women, Paul. Never fucking abuse women. But this hat, never abuse this hat either. This hat is fucking film fucking royalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know? And so now someone's paying $630,000 for this hat. I can't believe it, but I can believe it. But a lot of breaking news there, buddy. A lot of breaking news. Mike would have spent $2 million for that hat if he had a chance. He would have done it.
It's as expensive as a house. You can't live in a hat, man.
You can look great in a hat, though. You can get at maybe that wearing that hat will get you a house. Maybe that might.
Or you just buy a similar hat and just lie to people and just say it's from the movie.
Yeah,
and it's the best.
Get a lookalike.
Yeah. No one's gonna check.
That's definitely an option.
The hat.
This is the one he wore in the movie, Mark.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. What? Temple of Doom.
Yeah. How much did it cost? I don't speak on financial issues.
It cost $19.95 probably. They probably bought about 50 of them. They bought them at bulk price, and they probably got them for a good deal.
They're nice though. Yeah.
They are nice. You're right. You're right. It's a pretty expensive fedora.
There's got to be more than one though. Is the thing?
Oh,
right?
there is.
It was in his stuntman or his stand-in.
This was primarily for reshoots and another kind of like pickup shots and stuff for Temple of Doom. So it wasn't even the main one for the whole movie, but they had multiple ones. Of course, that's how it goes. You know, a wardrobe's not going to have one hat. It's not going to have one suit. They're not going to have one shirt.
If the rest of these are on the market, you'd think that would drastically drive down that $600,000 price point.
Apparently not, man. This is the one. This is the one people want. This one must have some kind of special connection to Harrison Ford's scalp. I don't know what it is, but there's some kind of authenticity marker there that says maybe there's a sweat mark that just like brings it to be more important. There's that Harrison sweat mark that's been crystallized and kept forever for generations to consume.
$600,000 to get started on your Harrison Ford clones is like, it's a great deal.
I say we try to steal the hat once he buys it. But it's going to be booby traps.
That's the
you
plot
have to have
for
the default
National
hat
Treasure
before you
right
switch
there.
it, and then you have to switch it.
It's
a bag of sand.
This is the plot of the Kruse Control movie, so I can't wait for it. It's going to be so great. I would buy a whip too, Logan. I'd buy a whip too. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. But now it's that time for my guests to have more time. We're talking already, but we got more time on that clock to have what to say. Is there hot takes? Let's do it. All right, this is that time for 1 minute on the clock. For all my guests have 1 minute break down all their hot takes for all the latest breaking news. That's like 12 topics tonight. Can they hit each topic before that bomb blows up? Or will it explode in their face? Their time is done. Their hot takes are canceled. Well, they might still win. It's up to you as the audience, not me. Up to you. Who will be the hot take sexy master tonight? That is a question put out there today. Mr. Mike Casey, please help me, touchy ghost. Who's going first? And do you believe somebody will be the touchiest of hot masters tonight?
Let's check in with the resident mathematician. 12 topics, Sean. Do you have the math on that?
My list is 11. So where are we getting 12? Was I not paying attention?
Good question.
There's probably 11. I'm sorry. Oh, there was 12. No, my brain. 11. 11. Okay. 11. Thank you for keeping me in check, Sean.
Do you have the math on 11, Sean?
It's oh god, yes, of course I do, Mike. It is. Let me crunch. 5.45 repeating, of course.
That's not a lot of time, guys.
It's not a lot of time. Not a lot of time.
It's all the time. It's all the time, Sean. It's all you need. I guess Sean's going first. Is that what we're saying, Mike?
Sure.
Yeah, he's ready.
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Sensitive nipples.
Let's just do it. Oh, all right. Oh, Dave's still here too. Look at that. All right.
I guess his service is kicking in and out. Dave, good to see you, man. We'll talk to you soon. Get ready for your hot takes. All right, Sean, get ready, man. Get saucy, get sassy, get sexy, and get all the above. Happy, chappy. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Jeff Bezos is a fan of the Lord of the Rings, so as long as that's still, we're gonna keep getting more seasons of this. He doesn't give a fuck. He makes plenty of profit. Moving on. Disney, pay the fucking people. It's really creepy that because we like your streaming and you kill somebody, they can't sue. I think that's wrong. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. What's Mark Anthony up to? Look it up. Broadway Joker show. I'd be happy to see that. I probably won't go to it because I don't spend time in New York. But you never know. Logan right around Deadpool 3. I thought it was right. I mean, when you're playing with the corpse of your titular hero in the first 30 seconds, first five or 10 minutes of the movie, it's weird. Alien Romulus, go see it. Fantastic. It definitely opens up a perpendicular timeline. I'm really fucked up. Borderlands coming to streaming. No fucking surprise there. Michael Madsen is not Tom Sizemore. That one's dead. Paramount deal not done? Of course, get more money for him. J.J. Abrams, pay the motherfucker. He's great. He's doing wonderful things. Indiana Jones hat sells big. I can sell a hat too. It's right back there. $5.
Sean bought the hat. Great hot take, Sean.
Much better deal.
I really lost track of time on that one. But yeah, because hey, Ben went back to Jen. Jen can go back to Mark Anthony now. I'm just saying.
I understand now.
Yeah.
She's very economical with her relationship. She's recycling.
It's just a recycling. Yeah, it's a recycle. Yeah.
As she crosses in Mike's background.
Her carbon footprint's low. That's good.
I saw that ass, Mike.
What?
Anyways, great hot take, Sean. Great hot takes. All right, Mike, are you going next, or are you gonna pass over to Mark here?
I'm afraid of losing Mark, so let's get him up and hear his takes.
Win. I never win. I don't know. I can't. This is my least. I can't operate on this part of the segment of the show. I rant.
You never know, Mark. You might make it today.
It's hard.
Today's a new day.
We shared the award last week, so
that's true.
we can still do that.
I thought I lost.
Yeah. There's a check. Round of applause for that. For sharing. All right, Mark. I believe in you. I believe in you today. Believe in yourself, believe in your future, and believe in the hot takes, all right? Here we go. Get serious, not sassy. Right. Get all around. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Hot takes. Rings of the Power 2. I didn't watch the first one. I don't really care. Disney lawsuit update. They should pay. Well, maybe they shouldn't. I don't think they have any money. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck divorce. Isn't this a second one? Shouldn't they get like a coupon or something if it's like 2? The Joker being a musical. The first one inspired a lot of incels. If this one inspires a lot of people singing out loud, then it's worse. Logan on Deadpool 2. I don't even know what that is. Alien Romulus. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna name my kid Romulus now, but that's pretty cool.
There you go.
Borderlands coming to streaming. I don't give a shit about that. I don't even like the game, unfortunately. Michael Madsen arrested. That makes sense. Paramount deal. Yep, that's the thing. J.J. Abrams. I don't care. Indiana Jones hat. That's my favorite one out of all of this. I think it's cool that people are spending that amount of money. I'm just gonna buy another hat. I'm gonna buy the hat from fucking Dumb and Dumber 2, and just for no reason.
Hey, you made it! Great hot, smart. Dreams can come true. Dreams can come true. Great hot takes, Mark.
Hey, great job.
That's great hot takes. I know what you're talking to. You just gotta believe in yourself.
I love it.
Peppy, I know you love it.
I'm also selling this hat.
There you go. Yeah, sell that. We're all selling hats tonight. It's the theme.
$1,000.
That's pretty fucking awesome. You know?
I like that guy.
That's a bargain.
Mine was
been worn in
fine.
a couple of different states, multiple cities.
Yeah, all the cities.
Yeah.
Sean's trying to bring a hat in here too.
Oh, that's a nice
$5. $5.
Damn it,
Mike, will you buy that hat for $5?
my hat,
100%.
my hat's going
I'll
for
send it to him right now.
$4.49.
$4.49. That's a hot deal and some hot takes.
I don't
All right,
think
Mike.
Sean should be selling that hat though. It matches his shirt that he's wearing perfectly.
You probably
I
should
didn't
hold on
try
to
that. I didn't even mean for that to happen, but that's fine.
Big
We'll take
bubbly
Mary
pink
Jennifer.
letters. Yeah, Brian, I can do it, man.
All right. Mike, you're feeling good then. You're feeling aggressively successful tonight, aren't you?
We'll find out, Brian.
You got a
I
twinkle
never
in your
know.
eye, don't you? There's something going on with Mike.
I reach further for the joke than is probably advised, but that's what you can put it on my gravestone. I accept it.
All right, Mike. Put this on your gravestone. You got 30 seconds to make this happen on 1 minute. Get ready for hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Come on, Mike. I believe in you. Hot takes. Do it right now. Wrong button. Go.
Put this on your gravestone. It sounds like a threat, Brian. Okay. Yeah, it's mostly cover songs in Joker 2, like this one. Clowns to the left of me, Jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in Arkham Asylum with you. That's the second straight week of Steelers Wheel references. If Michael Madsen gets arrested, my mind goes straight to that scene in Reservoir Dogs. And speaking of serious burns, hey, Borderlands, if you can't put out those burning box office receipts in the stream, you can always seek out the healing powers of Dr. Zed. Oh, man, I'm reaching so far. Paramount deal, Dilligaff. But Bad Robot, will you continue with Warner Brothers? Could be a bit of a wag the dog situation. Jokes on whoever bought Indy's fedora. It was actually the dog's hat. Oh, no, I violated the Disney arbitration clause. What are they going to do? Deport me from Disneyland? It's cool that Deadpool started where Logan ended. The 10th Alien movie in the franchise. Are they going to get a sequel? I wonder. Benifer. I didn't have time. I didn't have time, so I just said it.
Bomb exploding sound.
I know you checked it.
Sean, let me go with Sean. Do we give it to him?
Yeah,
Sean says we give it to him, so great.
Everybody's logging off of the chat right now. I'm sorry, I don't.
Hey, man.
I showed up.
You showed up. You did some good hot takes there. Great hot takes across the board. Hey, great hot takes.
I feel good about the Disneyland one, but that's about it.
I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of all of us. Showing up and getting through this ridiculous list, it's commendable, and I think we should be awarded for that.
I'm missing my
everybody
child's
should
birthday.
get a participation trophy in
Your child's birthday.
Your Marxist utopia. Is that it, Sean?
Maybe.
Nah, I really don't like that at all.
Okay. Sorry, Peppy. Peppy Uber all us. So yeah.
Yo, he be bugging out.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there for you right now. You tell us who you think should win hot takes. The vote. It's out there right now. Let us know who you should be the hot take master of the evening. Good use of Dilligaff, Mike, the thirsty daddy.
For that alone.
I had to look. I was like, where did GR show up here? Where's GR at? I can't see this. Was that GR?
He's in there. He's in there. Mike. Would you go to that Joker musical if they would have done it? Think Joaquin could have actually gotten through that many performances playing the Joker on a Broadway stage?
I must have really deeply misread this article, Brian. What I took away from it is that Joker 2 is going to be a musical. And that's why they brought in Lady Gaga for the movie.
Well, that is a conversation piece that's been going around the internet for a long time.
It's the stage show. Oh, would I go see?
No, there is no stage show. Did you listen to the breaking news today, Mike?
No, I was having.
Ryan, to be fair, the article does not point toward Broadway. I'll just say that.
Okay, there was multiple articles.
Oh, well, I clicked on one of them. I apologize.
You got to click on all the articles.
Yeah. Click all dots, spaces, and dashes.
It does point toward Broadway, and Mike's wrong. Cruise Court over. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, round of applause for Kruse Court. But Mike, Joaquin Phoenix had a dream, and he woke up, and he was like, oh, in that dream, he was playing Joker on Broadway, so he thought I should go to Broadway. And then he told Todd Phillips about it. He's like, dude, we're not going to do that. That's a lot of work. And he realized that it was, but then they thought about doing a limited release, but then, COVID happened, so no release happened. And then it bled into the movie. That's what happened. Bled into the movie. So
this is no hate to Joaquin Phoenix. He probably does drugs sometimes, and that's that seems like that might affect how often you have this particular variety of idea.
Well,
I would think
the fact that he fucking we talked about last week, he walked away from that movie 5 days before production was about to begin, and now all these people lost their jobs. Maybe he does do drugs. I don't know, but he also said he was nervous. He was petrified about playing that role, so he walked away when he brought the script to the studio and twisted their arm to make it happen. I mean, it happens. Actors sometimes, they get into a situation they realize it's not going to be comfortable with. It happens. I swear. But Mark, did you see Borderlands at all? Because I know Borderlands, everybody's going nuts about like, is it going to be good? Is it not good? It's bombed really bad. I kind of want to see it just because it has done so bad. If you haven't seen it, is it something that you would actually watch on streaming when it comes out in like 3 days?
No. My perspective was it looked bad from the start. There wasn't, is it going to be good? There was, oh, this looks bad. And I played the first two. I didn't play the third one or whatever. And they were okay. I think I said I didn't. I think I said I hated them or something. But no, like they're okay. I don't even remember the story. It's just really good to see that video games movie can be bad again. You know, it's really nice that finally you have a bad video
Mario
game.
would be proud. Mario would be proud. Yeah. And what was another bad video game movie?
All of them except for the most recent, like 4. Yeah.
Pixels was all right. Tomb Raider movies were the first one was okay. The first Tomb Raider was okay.
We had such a good run. Like basically they're in line to be the next like superhero genre movies because the last couple have just been like really good and like the shows too. But for the longest time, growing up, if it was a video game movie, they just took a big shit on it every time and just fed it to us. And I don't know, the OG Mario actually kind of holds up in like a fun campy way. It's so bad, but it's perfect.
It's perfect.
Like, I love the Goombas.
It's perfect for what it was.
It takes place in the Blade Runner universe, for God's sake.
Yeah, don't read the book before the movie. Just watch the movie on its own, and it just don't even compare it to Mario. And it's like an insanely good movie.
Just let it stand on its own.
Yeah.
Just do it. And the acting is great. It might be campy, but it's fun. Honestly, I say a lot of people like I bet a lot of Gen like Z hasn't seen it. Go back and watch it, guys. I am excited where they're going with Mario now, but it was such an interesting how is Mario in this like dystopian world? You know what I mean? Where Bowser's like,
is it cocaine?
It's cocaine. It's probably cocaine. Yeah,
cocaine and people with money who heard the video game was popular and didn't look into it at all, and they made a movie.
Yeah. Mike, are you gonna watch Rings of Power season 2? Did you watch the first one?
I haven't watched the first season, Brian.
Come on, man! You're the Lord of the Rings guy here.
I haven't watched season 2 of Lord of the Rings, and I also haven't watched the Wheel of Time series. Like, I'm so far behind. Man. I am watching the 3 Body Problem, though, and I'm loving that.
You're letting me down, Mike. You're letting me down. But we do have a winner of Hot Takes tonight. We do have a winner. The audience has chosen. They have decided. They have hit that gavel against the ground, and they have told us who is.
Just like the judges do. They whack that gavel on the ground.
Throw that
or
away.
across the ground or against someone's head, and they have told us who the winner and the hot take master is for this hump day edition of Kruse Control. So give me a here we go. Drum roll, please. A winner of hot takes for this evening in August is Mr. Mark Hurtado. Mark, congratulations.
Yay.
Mark wins hot takes. Congratulations.
Do I win the hat? Is that?
You asked and you received.
You win the chance to purchase the hat.
Oh.
You put your bid in. It's a secret ballot. Yeah.
It's only going for $750 now. Great hot takes.
This was worth it coming on here, missing my son's birthday. It was all worth it.
Oh boy, he appreciates it.
My life. Fuck him, he sucks. But didn't like good music.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I don't have a kid, but I don't have a kid.
Mark gets
but I would miss
that you know of, right?
for this. But if I had a kid, I feel like I would have skipped his birthday for this.
Well, he appreciates it. The figurative kid that's not here that is watching that Mario movie in an abyss.
Well, it's twins, but yeah.
Oh, okay. They're watching both Mario movies together then. Yes.
I hope so.
Kids that you haven't had are hanging out in some abyss, Brian. This is a really interesting cosmology. I feel like we should get into
Let's unpack this. Let's spend a couple hours here.
It keeps dropping in forever. But there's a TV.
Oh, well, that sounds like heaven to me.
And the TV gets every piece of technology ever, or any show, movie, or otherwise reality show, and it's there. They can watch it or they cannot. The TV's floating around them too. Yes, that's a hot take. But great hot takes, everybody. Great hot takes overall. There's more. There's more beyond that going on. And I'm so happy to have you all here one more time. Thank you all for voting for the hot takes. It means the world to us. It helps out and it keeps those numbers up. And Mark, I know, appreciates it because Mark wins hot takes.
Mark definitely appreciates it. You can tell.
But. Is Michael Keaton happy to have come back in Batgirl? Is Michael Keaton the one true Batman that'll rule them all? I want to ask that question in Kruse Court. So Batgirl, we all know about Batgirl getting canceled. We talked about it before. They had shot the whole thing. WB took a massive write-off, $90 million, and the movie went nowhere. Michael Keaton came forward recently, but I said I didn't really care, one way or the other, because it was big fun and a nice check. So Michael Keaton was very happy that he got paid really well to play Batman again, but he did say he felt bad overall for the directors because they had tried so hard to make this happen. He said, I like those boys. They're really nice guys. I pulled for them, and I want them to succeed. I think I felt really very badly they didn't make this movie happen. It made me feel bad. Me, though, I'm good. You are good, Michael Keaton, because you were brought back at a time where people were trying to figure out who's me Batman next. WB was shuffling things around because they realized maybe that Bat Keaton is the one Batman to rule them all. And that's the question I put out there to you. Is he doesn't care because he knows how well he is Batman? He knows he's the best Batman ever? Or has somebody else surpassed him? Or is there somebody else out in the ethoverse that'd be a better Batman? That's the question I threw to Kruse Court tonight. Sean, I'm going to you first. I see you smiling. I see you laughing. I want the truth.
My wife accidentally walked in for a second, so that she was on camera. I wanted to laugh about that. Anyway, taking the oath. Go ahead.
I get that. Sean with the truth, the whole truth, none of the truth. So hope you Kruse Court. Is that true?
I think
is he the best Batman?
Okay. Yes. Michael Keaton is going to be the best Batman. I appreciate what he did for the character. Everything has been judged against him, and rightfully so. But I think it's also a generational thing. Different people have different Batman. I know that there's a huge contingent of people that loved a more violent, grizzled Ben Affleck, Batfleck, if you will. And I think there's different audiences there that love Battinson. It's a spectrum of love for Batman. But I think at the end of the day, if you stack everything up, everything is compared against Keaton. I think it really would have been interesting to have lived in a world where Flash wasn't a terrible, terrible movie, and we got that real ending that had Supergirl and Batman, and then we got him going right into Batgirl. I don't know what the fuck would have happened there, but it would have been interesting to see. And I think I got the best sense of who Michael Keaton was as a person at his Oscar acceptance speech, or maybe it was the director of the movie, but the Birdman movie. Remember that movie?
So good.
He was just like, we're all having fun here, right? Like, this is like, we're all just having fun. And I like that. Like, the guy, he didn't seem to be taking it too seriously. The man's had a fantastic career. How many decades has this guy been working and doing
decades of destruction?
Yeah, and he could have faded totally and just done the circuit of other Batmen if he wanted to. But no, I think at the end of the day, gun to my head, hopefully not anytime soon, Batman is Michael Keaton forever and always. And I don't care. I don't care whoever it wants to be. You can have your favorite Batman. Comic Batman's also great. There's tons of them out there. But no, Keaton's awesome.
Mark, you listen to this guy. Do you believe him at all? Look at this. He's trying to put to your face that he thinks that Keaton's the best Batman ever. Do you believe that? Do you agree with him? I'm putting you on the stand.
So they all other Batmans have this weak point where they're either like a better Bruce Wayne than Keaton or like a better Batman than Keaton. But I feel like he rides the line of hitting both equally. I do think there are better Bruce Waynes and then better Batmans, but I think his stats are spread the best as both. And so I would say I'd go with Keaton too, honestly. And then also,
Clooney doesn't get in there. There's no Clooney there for you.
Do what?
No.
There's no Clooney for you.
So I thought Clooney was a pretty good Bruce Wayne, like low key. He looked like a handsome playboy. He just was a corny fucking Batman who didn't look intimidating or like he could kick anyone's ass. You know? Yeah.
He was like born to play.
How much of that was Schumacher and how much of that was Clooney, you think?
I think Clooney, like even when he does like guess more grizzled role, I don't see Batman. I see kind of a guy who is kind of like a badass, but I don't vibe it. John Hamm was the guy. A young John Hamm was my dude who I thought would have been knocked Batman out the park. Now he's too old for it, probably.
Oh yeah, would have made a great Bruce Wayne.
Perfect Bruce Wayne. I mean, Madman. You could essentially like make that a Bruce Wayne story. He's got the best jaw for it. He's got the range for it. But that was my dude. But yeah, now he's too old. And also, for the longest time, he did not want to do any superhero movies. That was like in his contract or some shit like that.
I think it was a smart decision. I mean, John Hamm's known for a lot more than that, and I think it would have pigeonholed him into something. So,
yeah.
He could have been a good superhero, though. He could have been a great superhero.
Be like 5 great superheroes, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't want to do it.
Someone said he was supposed to be Mr. Sinister. I didn't follow that up, which is crazy to me.
Oh, that would be great.
Because I'd put Michael Shannon as Mr. Sinister like any day. But
Michael Shannon as Mr. Sinister
would be fucking great too. He'd
be
fucking great. But John Hamm, there was a whole thing where John Hamm was going to play Mr. Sinister. He was kind of going back and forth with them, and then it didn't end up happening. And so now people have been saying, like, you already had those conversations with Marvel before. Why don't we just make this happen? That's why those conversations, especially because, as I say on the show, and Sean disagrees with me, X-Men 97 will be tied into the movie somehow. And, and Mr. Sinister will be a big part probably moving forward the X-Men. And he'll rumored to be in the X-Men movie, or been rumored to be the villain for the next X-Men movie. So why not make it John Hamm, who's fucking a great actor? He's awesome. He's he kind of fits that role pretty well. But yeah, I think he'd be great. He got that fucking jaw. Yeah, he's got that fucking bat jaw, and everybody wants that bat jaw like Mr. Mike Casey over there. But Mike, how do you feel? Do you agree with these people? Are they off their rockers? Do you think that Bat Keaton is the Batman? Tell me. I'm swearing you in that runs all the Batman. He runs the club. Like, they go to meet together, all the Batman. He's the person fucking starting the meetings. He's taking care of stuff. He's flying them around town getting tacos. Is he the one, or is there somebody else that's better? Tell me the truth, Mike.
Your Honor, I think it's very telling that John Hamm has entered the discussion of who would be great Batmans. And I tell you why. Because we have seen John Hamm's dramatic acting chops. Great dramatic actor. We've seen his comedic acting chops on 30 Rock and Kimmy Schmidt. Hysterical. And I think that he, similar to other Batmans on this list, embodies kind of the duality that we have of the Batman character. Because obviously, if we look at it as a spectrum, you got your Adam Wests on the one end, goofy, campy, hysterical, perfect, right, in his way, if that's your flavor of Batman. And on the far opposite end of the spectrum, you got your grizzly. I've been living in a gulag in the middle of Mongolia for 15 years. Like,
that's so metal.
It doesn't get more metal than that, Mark. So that's Christian Bale that I'm talking about in your hyper gritty reboot. And then you look at a guy like Mike Keaton, terrific comedy career through the 80s, and Batman is the role that kind of transitioned him into doing a little bit more serious stuff. So I think that he's an incredible actor any way you put it. He's great in Spider-Man too. Sean called it out earlier, Birdman, or whatever the subtitle of that is. That movie was incredible. And a terrific kind of lens on the whole superhero idea. Is Michael Keaton the best? If you want to have your cake and eat it too with Batman, I respect your any flavor you like, but if you want the whole package, I'm calling it for Keaton, man. Your Honor.
Mike wants that Keaton musical ice cream. That's what he wants, and hey, I think that.
I gotta say that the Birdman, or the unexpected virtue of ignorance.
Thank you.
That was the full thing. It's 10-year anniversary is next month. Or 2
no,
months.
It's not.
That's crazy.
Shut the front door, really?
10 fucking years.
I gotta rewatch that one.
That was like him coming back to be like Batman in a lot of ways. You know, it was like kind of a Batman feel because it was like Birdman, but it was Batman. You know, it had that kind of like superhero nostalgia there. It was awesome. I think that's what kind of Birdman, and it kind of brought.
We might actually have some people in the chat that would recognize that.
Hey, leave the Birdman alone. Leave the Birdman alone, Sean. Leave him alone, Sean. I'm telling you. Mike will tell you too. Leave him alone. He's still Birdman. He's still fucking Birdman.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. I trust you.
Sean's not going to fight that shit. But I think overall, I think that people are going to ask this question for a long time. Who's the best Batman? I'm upset about Batgirl not coming out. I think we deserve to at least see it. Brendan Fraser as the villain, you know, like that was pretty fucking cool. Firefly.
I think I'm more sad about not seeing the Brendan Fraser Firefly than I am about not seeing Michael Keaton as Batman again. Like I think I really would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah,
also,
I think they had a great
sure
time.
it probably was that bad, and because we can't see it, it makes it special. But if it was released, we'd be giving it like the Madam Web treatment. You know what I mean?
We'd be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's not
So you know, I'm not gonna put on my rose-colored glasses, right?
Yeah, 100%. I just want to see it though. And WB's been doing this shit. There's like, where's it put in the vault? Like we're fucking Disney, huh? Never to be seen again. It's like, just give us the content. You shot this shit. It's done. And some people saw it, and but Keaton doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever. Pay me, send me home, back to my ranch in Montana.
Just tell people Zack Snyder directed it, and then those motherfuckers will get them to re-release it. You know,
we need to do that right now. We need to do it right now. We want the Snyder cut of
Batgirl. There you go. Yeah,
we're starting now.
Just a 4 hour long.
I know there's footage of everyone shot. It's just there. He slowed down at the whole movie. He's like the whole movie's fucking slowed down. That fucking Hallelujah's playing somewhere in there. We got some space aliens flying in from Rebel Moon. You know, it'll be great.
Looks like Xbox graphics.
Fuck yeah. We're ready for it. But I do think at the end of the day, as we've all said, it's hard to even. I mean, I think the same thing. I think Keaton is the best Batman. Battinson tried, but he's just too emo. I will say that too emo. Not enough distinction between the characters.
It's a different flavor, man.
But he's the same in both parts. That's the problem. You're the same in both parts. You need to have the distinction.
There's not a separation.
There's got to be a separation. I agree with Mark. Clooney was made to play freaking Bruce Wayne. He is Bruce Wayne in real life. He's fucking all the bitches. He's having like cunnilingus anybody he wants to.
Jesus Christ.
He's great at cunnilingus. Yeah.
He's having a great time in the real world, right? But when it comes to being Batman, he's not that cool in that suit. He's just not. He's not Batman. He's not going to be the guy that's going to go kick some ass at night. He can bring that bat card out tomorrow and get all the women like next to him, and I guess Bruce Wayne does. But when it comes on beyond that, he's not Batman. I think that again we had with Christian Bale. He did a great Batman. His Bruce Wayne could have been more like Clooney. He could have been more charming. He wasn't charming enough. He wasn't charming enough.
His Batman and not his Bruce Wayne. Like,
really?
So I liked him in the first one, but then he became like a parody of himself, and like where's how we talked, and it was just really hard for me to not be distracted by it. It just felt like a little too much. Like that whole impression of him that everyone does. Whoa, why'd you say his name? He doesn't do that.
Rachel.
Yeah, he kind of talks more normal in the first one, and people lose. It got like worse as the movies continued. But
in salutations.
Thanks, Pepe. Pepe's doing his own thing. I agree with you, Mark. He did have like it was a bit too much at times. It was like, oh, everybody freaking does it. It's like the Bane voice they made fun of. We've all done it. We've all had fun with it. We've all dressed up and done it. We've left voicemails on our best friends, phone once in a while doing that. Like, I'm gonna call you Batman. We've done it. But I think that they tried. I mean, the original Batman, Adam West, was too campy.
Leaving voicemails while you were in the darkness.
That was my point with the spread, like the point spread. Let's say there's a 10 out of 10 for a Bruce Wayne, 10 out of 10 for a Batman. And I feel like some guys have like 9s on Batman and like 9s on Bruce Wayne's, but they have like 5s for the other one or like 4s for the other one. Whereas Keaton, I think, has a solid like 6-6 spread. That I think he hits both. Like there are better Bruce Waynes than him that score higher, and then but as far as doing both, feel like he hits the average a little bit better.
Yeah, I can see that.
He just there's something like great about Michael Keaton. There just is. There's something great about him. And he went away for a long time and he came back and now he's just having a renaissance in his career and I'm all for it. I just am. I'm happy for him. He's Beetlejuice again. You know, he's doing that. That looks like fun. And I think at the end of the day, people are be saying over and over again, even after like he got disappeared and he came back, people will always say, I think, that Keaton is Batman. Nobody else. The gavel has been dropped. The truth is out there in the court of Kruse. Keaton's our Batman. If you disagree,
Only Keaton.
And it's not nostalgia goggles either. I'm not playing the nostalgia card either.
It's okay if you are. There's nothing wrong with that.
I try to be. I'm like Affleck's probably my second favorite, honestly, and he's like the most recent one.
I think he gets more hate than he deserved. Yeah. Honestly, I think you're right.
I agree. Batfleck was so fucking good
with what he was given. Yeah.
I care so much more that he didn't get to write his own Batman movie than I care about his divorce. I'm like sadder for him in that.
I would have loved to
write it, like, and he was going to, and then they just because WB, the worst villains in Batman history, like they just kept like fucking up his script basically, and then he just ended up walking away. And it's like, man, like he wrote The Town, he wrote Good Will Hunting. That was all the pieces were in place, you know.
He could have killed it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we'll never see it. Never see it. Just like the Batgirl movie. Never see it. That's his town. That's his business. But I will say this. We might see Batman back one more time. Bat Keaton. I think it happened. Bat Keaton might come back one more time. I'm putting it out there.
Let's do a Batman Beyond movie where he's the old Batman.
He'd be fucking perfect.
People are ready.
Or maybe.
Be the old Batman training the new one.
He'd be great. I mean,
shout out to Kevin Conroy for Batman the animated series. Often neglected, but he also had that droll sense of humor. He was great.
People were saying the guy who played Elvis, Aaron Ashton, or whatever his name is,
Austin Butler.
Yeah, he could be like a Batman Beyond kind of a thing, like a Terry type thing.
Terry Guinness. Yeah.
If you're looking for some new young like hot actor or whatever,
or maybe he could play, because we have a new casting coming forward. We have a new character that's never been played before in the DCU. And that is, everybody, Sean's favorite and maybe my future favorite. I'm going to tell you, Plastic Man's coming in Comic Corner. I've never heard this character before. I'm going to put that out there right now before this news. But this is a thing that James Gunn wanted to do Plastic Man before he took over the DCU, apparently. He wanted to do it, had a whole treatment for it. He was pushing for it, and it got turned down. But, now that he's in control, there's apparently a project moving forward with Darren Aronofsky directing Plastic Man. What? One more time. What? The Plastic Man, Patrick O'Brien, orphan at age 10 and forced to live on the streets, fell into a life of crime as an adult, then eventually, during a burglary ring, had it sounds like the Joker a lot of ways, had like a vat of like toxic chemicals hit him, and he becomes Plastic Man. After he goes, it's like Batman and the Joker, because he goes on a retreat with some monks, and in that time he finds he has powers, and he's able to stretch, bend, and elastigate against the world. That's probably not a word, but I'm going to put that out there, though. Apparently, chemicals entered his bloodstream and caused a radical physical change, and he became the properties of rubber, allowing him to stretch, bounce, and mold himself into the shape, any shape that he want. And he ended up talking to Batman, Superman. He's all up in that shit. He kind of looks like Zachary Levi right here for some reason. As I don't know why I'm getting some Shazamness right here, but I heard this character and I'm like, this actually sounds pretty fucking dope. And the fact they're trying to actually move forward this could be amazing to me. Darren Aronofsky directing a superhero thing like this sounds visually stunning, and also I have no idea in any world how this is going to work out. But I'm excited. And if you've heard about it, please let us know what you think. Sean, you know Plastic Man very well.
A little bit. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I have his Wikipedia page up, and I did a little bit of a dive. Sure.
Expert.
I'll tell you what I know about him. Yeah.
Is this the guy to drive the DCU forward?
I don't see it. I'll say this: like, I like his movies. That's fine, but like the Aronofsky shit, it's all mindfuck movies and very serious stuff. Like I think like for Plastic Man, where it's slapstick comedy, it's awkward, it's body horror, body kind of intangibleness and different imaginational forms. Like I don't know how Aronofsky would do with this kind of character. There's not too much to him, especially in the comic books. He's often kind of played as a goof, he's nigh immortal based on his body just being this malleable kind of plastic-like material. He's from the 1940s, 1941. But he's always been kind of played as a comic kind of sidekick guy. It is interesting that they're announcing this because DC Comics is putting out a black label, which is their kind of like premiere style kind of prestige format books for modern era, where Plastic Man no more. He's dying. He's starting to lose his ability to control his powers. He's losing parts of himself everywhere. And that's supposed to be more of a body horror kind of story than anything. I'm very excited for that. But no, I'm going to butcher this. Michael Gondry, Eternal Sunshine, Spotless Mind fame. Kind of guy, I think. I think he would do great with this kind of character, a little unexpected kind of stuff. But I just feel like Aronofsky's a little dark for this kind of character. I just don't, especially like the only times you see him being played dark is in some of the darker universe stories in the DC comic books. In Injustice, right? For instance, right? He in one of the annuals he's focused on as being essentially an assassin. He basically is drank like water and then explodes a guy from the inside out. There's also within Death Metal, I believe, he was played as essentially like a ocean that would just swallow you up and destroy you if you were foolish enough to step into it. But these were dark takes on this character. And throughout its history, he's always kind of been this Joker. Justice, the series Justice that came out a long time ago by Alex Ross. They kind of played up this fight or rivalry between Elongated Man and Plastic Man, but that again was still played out for laughs. And I don't see a lot of people going to the whale and just having a chuckle fest.
They played up Elongated Man.
What's the difference here?
The whale was pretty hilarious.
Elongated Man was supposedly like Elongated Man's a detective. He's got this thing where his nose wiggles if he senses a clue. It's all a joke. It's all very old school comic.
He does smell crime. Does it like droop when he's failed?
Possibly. I don't know shit about Elongated Man. To give me 5 seconds on
Wikipedia
if you want to successful. Somebody else up. But no, like from what I know about Plastic Man, he's kind of been used also as a MacGuffin in the comic books a couple times. Like, he's the only one that's going to be, resistant to this kind of telepathic attack, or like, oh no, this chemical hurt him. Let's figure out how this does. But I don't see it. I really don't see it. Like I like Aronofsky's films. I think it's very dark. And this character historically has not been played that way. So we'll see what happens.
John, it seems like they're trying to dive into the Fantastic Four. It's like because Marvel's doing Fantastic Four. Like we have our Mr. Fantastic here. So let's try to battle that somehow by bringing in this stretchy man that can also do the same thing that Mr. Fantastic can. That's what it seems like to me, even though James Gunn and, of course, Kevin Feige are in the bed together with a lot of the ideas they have. And I think that overall they are going to drive their own narrative so they can eventually have that crossover one day. But
it's just not. It doesn't. Yeah, Plastic Man does not scream to me Aronofsky character. Like it just doesn't. I just don't get it.
Batman would be better for him, I think.
Sure, Batman, Nightmare would be good. Anyone dealing with Deadman, give him a fucking Deadman movie. I'm a big Deadman fan. Hold on, how many Deadman figures do I have? That's number one. I'm not going to pull them out. There's 5 of them.
Is this about the Disney thing?
Oh shit! Dead Man.
Good.
Mark, have you heard of Plastic Man before? Do you think this is a way that DC's trying to battle the Fantastic Four? Do you think there's nothing to do with this correlation at all?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, real quick, I had a question, Sean. What's the comic where he's dying or whatever? I haven't heard of that.
Oh yeah, so it's coming out later this year. It's called Plastic Man No More. It was just solicited
Okay.
a couple weeks ago from DC
That just sounds
Comics
cool.
in their
Yeah.
their Black Label imprint. Look it up. It looks really
Okay.
good. Good creative team associated with it. Interesting kind of hook.
Yeah, I just hope when he does die, they don't put him in the ocean because it's really bad for them. But I think I've been a fan of Plastic Man because I like comic reliefs. There are comic reliefs that are kind of annoying, and then there are ones that I think are kind of funny. And all the DC animated stuff, I think he kind of kills it. A lot of the comics, I think he's actually pretty funny because he is he is Jim Carrey, like in the comics, like you know what I mean. Like he is just like nothing.
They certainly
serious.
draw his face like it too. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, young mascara Jim Carrey is Plastic Man, and that would have been amazing. But we're past that from happening. I think he's a great character to bring because it really will be kind of like The Mask. It will be like a cartoon if done right. It just depends on the actor, his comedic chops, and just how much fun they have with it. Because again, with Aronofsky, like you're saying, Plastic Man needs to be like a good time. And so I don't know how they're going to do it. Yeah, you can make it dark, but it's kind of like you said, how Jesus, like I just wouldn't see that coming, I guess. I'm excited for it because just when you put an auteur like that on the movie, it makes me excited because it's not just going to be another superhero movie. It sounds like they're going to kind of maybe get weird with it, like what we were talking about earlier. So that's what I'm hyped about. They might make something that's a little different that involves a superhero that's so low key they get to take a lot more creative freedoms. And I think that's where we get some of like the coolest movies that we love are the ones that are just so low stakes. The creator can kind of just do what they want with them,
That's the only way that makes sense to me, Mark, is that they decided to make it interesting for Darren because Darren can do a lot of different projects. They had to give him some, give him some freedom with the character if this actually flies.
If they brought him in like, the other Justice League verse, he's just going to be the guy making jokes and being like he's just going to be that guy. They're going to hire some comedic actor, who knows. Isn't it crazy that like you can just fall in chemicals back in the day and just get powers? Like, I'd love
that's what they did.
Yeah, when I did it, I just got cancer. It's just like it was the worst
Immediately.
Yeah, so not that cool. But I do have to go, young Brian.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm hyped about it. I'm hyped about any movie that, like we said, that looks like they're gonna challenge the genre. So that's cool with me.
Kick some ass tonight. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control on Place for Mark.
Yeah, nice seeing you, Mark. Have a good set, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Love to do it.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I do think that this Plastic Man thing could be a thing where they're like, let's make it more serious, though. Let's make it more serious and let's try to delve into a different world. And maybe that's what Darren Aronofsky wanted to do. He's like, let's just give me an opportunity to go crazy. Dave, why are you shirtless?
What are you talking about?
You're fucking shirtless again, man. You're fucking shirtless
too. If you were Dave Bautista, Brian.
I tried to let you down easily by telling you I found you disgusting.
Look at that little.
Fuck you, Dave.
That's teeny tiny old little baby Bautista. Like he's like 200 pounds down in that picture.
You're right.
Well, thank you for being here, Dave. Thirsty Daddy, if you're out there, I sent you a link. Come on in. Oh shit. We'll see if he pops in. But Mike, Plastic Man, he stretches, he bends, he does not save the ocean. Do you think that this is a good character for Darren Aronofsky to come forward with? If you're going to entice a director like him to do a project, is this the character for it? Or do you think there's another opportunity for Darren that is going to be lost if he does seal the deal and become the Plastic Commander?
That's an incredible tagline, Brian. He stretches, he bends, he chokes out turtles in his spare time. I didn't realize that this 1941. You said, Sean.
Yeah.
This character stinks of Jack Kirby, Stan Lee. That's exactly what I would have thought. But at 41, I think puts him more closer towards end of Gold Age, I guess. When
exactly. Yeah,
plastic was a futuristic material. Bakelite, man.
This was a very early comics publisher called Quality Comics. It was only around for about 15 years or so. Created by Jack Cole. I'm just reading Wikipedia. I don't know why I'm trying to pretend at this point.
Come on, Sean. You got this.
You
Comic
can
master.
behind the curtain. It's okay. There's some mysteries on Kruse Control. It's all right.
But no, like he's always been a slapsticky guy, right? Like it was kind of like this comic, his character, right? Like around like Looney Tunes-esque kind of escapade comics with like talking animals and jokey cop things, right? Like it was Police Comics #1 is where he first appeared. Like that's
From Police.
he's been around
I
a
bet he
long
was a
time.
bad. Was he a bad guy? He might have been started as a bad guy.
I think there was like it's he's been around a long time.
Was he a bad guy?
What am I hearing?
Oh, we got some feedback from the Thirsty
GR.
Daddy.
Oh my god!
GR's
Blow your
doing it.
hair!
No, I know why. Hang on.
Nice. It must be hot in L.A., huh?
Oh my god!
Oh, we got some feedback.
There we go.
I got rid of it.
Did you?
Oh, is it gone?
Yeah,
It's
John.
gone enough.
All right, it's good now.
I think he was a robber. If I'm not,
Well, I
if
was
I'm remembering
watching the
correctly,
show and I went in, so yeah.
I could be completely wrong here. I thought he was.
I got
like
a hat to sell.
Oh yeah, he was a crook. He was a crook.
He was a
There you
crook.
go.
That's right.
He
He's
was
a dark.
crook. Yep, he lived on the streets. And
Uh-huh.
then
Yeah.
so Crawford Chemical Works. That's
Yep.
where he got his powers from. There you go.
Yep, you slip.
Hey,
You
Sean,
think-
I got a haircut too.
Good. Yours is much better than mine, man. I love it. It's great.
The Thirsty Daddy is here. Welcome, GR.
Wow.
From the
Welcome.
top rope.
That's when he owns that music. Go ahead.
Not for 7 seconds. It's fine. It's fine. GR, thank you for popping in. Yeah,
No
this
problem,
whole
bud.
criminal Plastic Man experience, I think it's interesting, but Darren Aronofsky, I'm not sold on it.
You
I'm
got,
just
you
not
gotta
sold.
let me. You gotta let me have it, Brian. I know it's very exciting. GR's
Mike,
haircut, but
get over there,
need a
Mike.
taste. I need a taste of this segment, which is basically that I don't have a lot of Plastic Man experience. What I do have is Grant Morrison, his the short run that he did on the JLA, which I read years and years ago. So that's about all the extent of the Plastic Man I experienced. But I gotta say, Grant Morrison, he's one of my main G's. Like he's one of my main G's, but he's not as much of a main G as Darren Aronofsky. We got some love from Lexi for Darren. I think Mother was one of the greatest movies of all time. That's a bit of a hot take.
Weird fucking movie.
I love that.
The Fountain is better for me.
Much.
The Fountain.
The Fountain's classic, yeah.
The Fountain. I forgot about the Fountain.
That one's good. Underrated gem. It doesn't fit for me. I mean, maybe so. Noah basically is the only other Darren Aronofsky project that would be of this kind of budget and size. I was like $200 million budget, box office bomb. So sometimes that happens with directors, and we think, well, maybe the guy does better when he can't just throw money at a problem. You have to come with some creative solutions, which I think is the case a lot of the time. I don't know if his best milieu is those massive budgets. That said, because I don't see this as a great match, but that said, he has been talking for years about some more comedic toned movies in the future, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if at this point in his career, because how many heroes journey, like The Wrestler, The Whale, the other many W movies, like he keeps telling the same kind of Western esoteric tradition story just over and over and over. And if you're me, like, that's great. That's what I want to hear. But I can see how at this point in his career, he's like, okay, well, just throw some money at me and we'll have fun with this crazy character. You guys give me a little bit of freedom to do what I want. We'll make it a bit of a goof. It'll be an interesting thing. So if it does happen, which I'm giving about a 20% likelihood, I will be incredibly excited, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, he's apparently negotiating for it. Again, James Gunn wants this to happen. It's a whole thing. If James Gunn wants to happen, it's going to happen. That's what it comes down to. He believes in it. He wants this project.
I think he did like a treatment of Plastic Man
for it.
back in the day before they gave him the reins to the shop. So obviously it's a character he has some kind of affinity for. So yeah, it'll be cool to see what the heck he does with it. But, yeah.
We'll see. Throw off the Thirsty Daddy before we move on. GR, any urge, drive, or ambition to see this movie?
In a word, no. I'm sorry. we know it was just, you just said it. If Gunn wants it, Gunn gets it.
Gun gets it,
Yep.
baby.
Gunn gets the guns,
Gun
and
gets
Gunn has
hit.
the gun. It's the gun show from now on, everybody at DC. It's the gun show, and
Where's
so
Batista?
like it or leave it, or slap it against your face. The gun show is
I
coming.
have sensitive nipples.
I know you do. I know.
There's no need to get personal.
Fuck you, Dave. Anyways, love you, Dave. Love you all. This is moving forward as of now. Darren Aronofsky is negotiating. It's not 100% set in stone, but I have a feeling it's going to happen. But something that's not going to happen is Acolyte Season 2. And I could have said that like a month ago. People were still hoping it was happening, but it's not. If you wanted to see more, it's fucking done, shit on, passed on, over with, done, kapush. And our featured story of the night. So I knew this day was going to come. I'm putting it out there. I knew this day was going to come. But Acolyte Season 2 is no more. Now, they already panned out like 3 or 4 seasons for this, expecting this to be like a huge hit. And of course, the Star Wars backlash, the fan backlash. It did like top 10. It was like number 10. It debuted 11 million viewers, but then it just dropped so fast, and its final episode was like the lowest rating for Disney Plus. So at that point, you're gonna be gone. And unfortunately, like it was different for the time period. It was a different time period. We're diving into the Old Republic. It's a time we have not seen that much. We're getting new Jedi, and it shit the bed, guys. It shit the bed. I mean, there was like cool lightsaber battles. I will say that in general. I like that. I did enjoy how it began. It just missed something. And there's all the political backfire. There's like how the cast was coming forward and had no idea it was Star Wars. That's going to cause problems. I mean, you had Harvey Weinstein's assistant that wrote this. That's problematic. There's a lot of things here that are just problematic. We had a report before it first came out where they were hiring writers. And I remember the writer came forward and said they were being interviewed in that, and they were asked, well, what do you know about Star Wars? And she goes, well, I know that Harrison Ford is a big dog and they travel in space. I'm like, oh, you're hired. Problems. Lord. Fucking problems. That tells you enough. The Acolyte was doomed from the get-go. Big budget, like $140 million they spent on this. Something insane. They cut the freaking Wookiee lightsaber battle because it went over budget, which is, again, problematic. Why would you ever cut a Wookiee lightsaber battle? That's like the one thing.
Lightsaber battle. What the fuck? Let him win.
They cut it. They just had him die like a little.
That, Mike? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. We didn't find out about the taxes. We found out that the Force is a form of witchery. It's like a witch world. The witches call the Force something different. It's the string. You went against the lore a lot, and when you change the lore, people get mad. That's what it is. GR, did you watch this at all? And are you surprised?
I watched the first couple of episodes and then went,
I'm surprised.
No. It's
what?
There was just too much bullshit going on with this thing. It looked good to start with, but went downhill very fast. How's that?
You didn't like the little gopher guy jumping around, trying to plan the plot to save the day?
Oh, I like that.
That's good. Just keep that going.
Was that a joke, Brian? I mean,
it was a real thing. And then we had Jason.
It was like that thing that, what is it? Like the little gopher that has the
Caddyshack.
Yeah, there you go.
Caddyshack. We had Jason from the Good Place playing the villain, which he did a good job, I would say too. He was playing the Sith that we had in this, but honestly, it was just like it felt like it was like a CW thing with way too much money. And I did like the lightsaber battles. Like the lightsaber battle was pretty fucking dope, where all the Jedi fight him. Kylo Renish.
That was it.
That was it. And then we had the guy from Squid Game. He did a great job, but he went out like a little. I hated how he went out too. It was dumb. It was dumb, like a little freaking, like he didn't care, like no one cared about him. He had power, and he went out like, meh, I guess I'm gonna die now. Just kill me with the Force. Oh, before we go to Sean here, the one thing that pissed me off about the show most was, okay, Okay, we have never seen somebody choke someone else with the Force out besides Darth Vader. Like, he just stop you in his tracks and choke you out and destroy you, right? And we have the girl do this in here because she's such a badass that doesn't even know how the Force fucking works. She calls it the string, but she's killing people with the Darth Vader grip hold before Darth Vader did it. Fuck no. And then Darth Plagueis appears at randomly peeking around a rock like, Plagueis is here. I'll be in season 2.
Like that.
What the fuck is that? I mean,
we needed. That's
I
all
wanted
we needed, really.
I wanted him. Plagueis was doing his fucking. He was like looking for chinchillas in the crevices of rocks. I don't know. But Sean, what do you think? Was this doomed from the get-go, or do you think this is getting a raw deal?
It had such promise. And the way it was sold to me, and what I remembered was, it was a kind of murder mystery with Jedi. Fucking sign me up. I want to know that. I want to hear that. I want to understand that. And that's not what we got. We got convoluted history. We got stretching the idea of established what, everything has been, your understanding of the Force. I understand the new trilogy kind of did some of that too. That's fine. But man, it was just a lot of shit that people didn't want to latch onto. It was almost a monster of our own making, right? I think that, and I've probably said it too. Like, I want to see how Jedi's do taxes. That's kind of like the misnomer of me saying I want to see this world explored and built out in different directions. And they said, yes, here, this is what we've done. And people resoundingly said, that's not what you should do. So we can't have our cake and eat it too as fans. I don't know, man. There's just, it was so overhyped and so many just even shit to just kind of pick apart and all these negative stories. Yes, as you mentioned, like the creators just not really caring about what the hell they were doing. I feel like it polluted it, and especially with Star Wars, where you have such a rabid built-in fan base, to not give them something to latch onto was a choice, I should say. I still haven't watched it. I gave the first episode a little bit of time, but what was that, GR? Missed it?
Just don't waste your time.
Thank you, buddy. No, I'm gonna go ahead and read Wikipedia, the episode synopsises, and try and draw some sort of. There's a lot of names in this Wikipedia article.
Oh yeah,
Jackie Lon. So these names, man. I'll tell you what, they got the names right. Star Wars has got some stupid names in there.
People are mad about a fat Jedi too. Like, oh, Jedi would never be fat. I'm like, are you guys kidding me right now? There was so much backlash.
Jedi's got squid heads too.
What's up, Rachel?
I don't know. I don't know, man. It didn't have Grogu in it. People are upset about that, I'm sure too.
It was just
Darth Vader.
There's so much. There's so much like course correcting going on too. Like even and I failed to mention this during the Borderlands thing, but like they just announced Borderland 4, which I'm sure like had the movie done better or like had received some kind of credit. Like people would give a shit that game was announced too, and I don't see a lot of people excited for that either. And then like D23, like. They kind of downplayed the Acolyte at it, and then what was the big sign off? Well, hey guys, we're gonna go ahead and do a Grogu Mandalorian movie to kind of make up for this shit too.
We know.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of like mea culpas. A lot of mistakes are trying to be righted here. Marvel did the same thing with RDJ as Doctor Doom, right? Like we as an audience like say we want new shit, say we want stories that don't revolve around the same characters, and yet when they give it to us and it's not great, we immediately are like shitting on it, and sometimes deservedly so. Which
now they're trying to say that apparently Robert Downey Jr. Wow, that's a mouthful. Came forward and said that he is playing Victor Von Doom. Which I'm like, is he really, or is it Tony Stark? Is that a misdirect? It's a Tony Stark Von Doom. You know what I mean?
Don't trust anything anymore. Don't trust anybody.
You can't. DTA, right? GR.
Paul Donahue died. Forget it. He was the last one to tell it straight.
As GR says,
GR, remember Donahue?
Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
I showed up. I was on a Donahue episode as a child. GR, did you know that?
No, you weren't. Were you really?
It was. I don't think I wasn't a subject of it, but they did like some filming in Michigan one time, and my parents, my mom went, and I kept running up and giving Donahue goldfish crackers. And so he said, I want to thank little Sean Sutherland here for goldfish crackers. And that was great. That was
Dang!
There you go.
The first
Anyway,
claim to fame.
from the Acolyte to Donahue, we've just we've covered a lot of things here. Sorry.
I know.
Tell me more.
There's nothing else to tell you.
Hey, we are an entertainment news show, right?
That's true.
That's bullshit.
Mike, you didn't watch this, right? I forgot. Did you say you didn't watch this?
Mike,
No, I have
Mike,
no.
you watch it, though.
I have no belief in
Are
Disney.
you bummed?
whatsoever.
Are you bummed, Mike? Because it was on your queue, right? It was on your queue for a long time. Your Disney Plus, Mickey Mouse, tail swirling queue, and you're waiting to watch it. Now it's canceled. Are you going to watch it at all?
Yeah, I'm just watching reruns of DuckTales, Tailspin, all the other tail shows on on Disney. My belief in like all the Disney, Marvel, Star Wars crap is just so in the toilet, Brian. I don't say.
Come
that
on,
lately.
Mike. I was excited about this though. This had potential. I thought. Look at this lightsaber battle. I mean, there's a little piece, but they call him Smilo Ren online these days. They call him Smilo Ren.
That's funny. This
which is
looks
pretty
awesome.
great.
I mean, look at all those colors lightsabers. Orange
know, this-
lightsabers. They
this
look
is
like
great.
they're attacking each other with a bunch of freezer pops.
Yeah, except he's way too powerful for where he's at in the Jedi timeline, and there's supposed to be no Sith, and now there's a Sith there now, and he says he's Sith, so it's like, they just didn't care. They just didn't care about the lore, Mike. That was the problem.
Right. This was supposed to be the High Republic age, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
fuck. That whole thing was
That's why
missed
it's
for me
such a
too.
disappointment.
I was so excited.
Timeline. It just they were all convoluted.
Yeah, and
I got
it's like,
excited, Brian. I got excited when you played the little guy kind of bouncing around in his costume.
Circle, yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this feels like Star
I can
Wars
watch this.
to me.
this
Give me some-
little bitch.
Give me some.
Where's he
give
at?
me
Where's
some
he at?
Unkar Plutt. Give me some Grogu, like Sean
you
said.
go.
Give me some Porgs, like Rachel is saying. We want little furry, cute guys. This is what I want. If you want your show to take off, give me some Babu Frick in there.
Hey.
Some frickin' Babu, okay?
But Mike, this little guy, like, is just like he fucks everything up. He's supposed to be like the sniffer that like sniffs out the Jedi, but then all of a sudden he just starts like fucking everything. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? He's like trying to crash a ship.
There's
He's
a
just
way.
making his own agenda.
There's a way of framing this narrative, Brian, where this guy is the protagonist. If we look at
guess.
things from his perspective,
He's saving the fucking day.
He's saving the universe. Yeah, I think that the
One
camera
spin
in
at a
this
time.
series is an untrustworthy
Take that off the
narrator.
screen, please. That's gross.
This I would
GR's had
watch.
enough of him.
I'll just watch that GIF. That's fine.
GR's had enough. This was writing on the wall for me again. There were a lot of people that expected to come back, and they thought, well, Disney just bring it back because, they just don't care. They'll bring Star Wars stuff back until it dies. But they had so much backlash. They lost the lore. Amandla, who starred in it, put the video out where she just trashed the fans because the fans were like, "This
Can't do
sucks,"
that.
and then she called the fans racist because they hated the show. And then I'm like, well, you can't just do that without talking to Disney and expect your career to be fine.
Yeah, that's not great for the career.
And they wrote this show for her too. That's what I was told too. Like, they wrote the show for her. So on top of that, it's like, you fucking blew it, girl. And she did great. I think she did good in the show. I'm not going to complain about her acting. I think she was fine. She played 2 parts. But I just think that the story just wasn't there. And they were trying to make her like Darth Vader because, spoiler alert, there's 2 versions. And the good person becomes fucking Darth Vader at the end, choking a bitch out. And it's like, that's not, you're killing her master. And I'm like, how are you killing your master now? You were the good person. I don't know. It just felt like they're trying to make a new Darth Vader. We don't need Darth Vader now. We need different villains, different time, different history, and let's have fun with that time. Let's find out about.
I'll get back in when Don Glover's Lando movie or show.
Yeah, there
is-
we go. That's
Right.
what we
going.
need.
That one. I
Right.
got some
That'll
belief
solve
left
it.
for that
Him
project.
stealing your line.
What's that? Stone Cold. GR, that's your line, because when GR is here, the glass always breaks.
I don't have the beer cans. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Sean. Sean's like, what the fuck? But this is canceled. If you were excited about it, unfortunately, it's gone. It's done. They have storylines again, like I said, for multiple seasons. Writing on the wall, people are saying the fans win. The fans don't win in this situation. We lose. Because the fans want great Star Wars. We always encourage it to be great. We wanted to survive and thrive and be great. But unfortunately, Catherine Kennedy is giving us fucking shit. And we want better. And I hope Skeleton Crew will be great. I think it looks good. Skeleton Crew might be the savior. I'm putting it out there one more time.
I know about Skeleton Crew, dude.
The Goonies in space, man. Goonies in
Star Wars
space.
suburbs, man. What are we doing there? What is going on?
We're finding out about the taxes.
They have proof they have one.
Yep, taxes, teachers, and prostitution. Star Wars Skeleton Crew. It's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, everybody.
The Red Band trailer, Sean. We didn't watch the Red Band trailer.
Oh, I didn't see that
last
one.
time.
You're right. Yeah.
Yep, it was there. It's in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah. Anyways, everybody, have a great time tonight. They've been on Kruse Control as always. Appreciate you. Happy Saturday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Hump Day. Appreciate you as always. Thank you for being here. Really, we're over the way. We're over the place tonight. I'm sorry about that. It's been a night, but appreciate you. Happy Hump Day. Hope you had a great time. Enjoyed yourself. And before I go though, Sean.
What?
Is Robert Downey Jr. really Dr. Doom? Is he Victor Von Doom? Is that bullshit before we go? One more time. I know you said don't listen to, but tell me, is there any world that he is just Victor Von Doom in your comic conundrum history?
Disney will not. There's no way they can like reject the temptation to make him Iron Man again. Like I just don't see that happening. I would love it if he was just Victor Von Doom, and we could just pretend that he doesn't even know what Tony Stark is. But I just don't think I don't think Disney can not want to grasp that golden apple. So, okay, yeah,
it seems like the writing's on the wall for it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. He says it's true. Thank you all for being here on Kruse Control as always. Happy Hump Day. Now it's that time where you can have fun. Mr. Mike Casey, thank you so much for being on Kruse Control as always. Appreciate you being my touchy intellectual ghost. As always, thank you for being here. I love you, man. Thank you for my co-host. Appreciate you. Hope you had a great time. I'm sorry that you had some issues at the top, but that ghost flew away and you have been thriving hard for the rest of the show, and I appreciate you.
The video client that you use, Brian, it had a new option, I think, that automatically checked called beautification.
Oh yeah, that's out there now.
Yeah, that was eating up all my bandwidth.
Oh,
I don't need it. Thanks, GR. Thanks for having me on, Brian. Sean, great to see you. It was great having Mark on. He was hysterical today, and I'm really happy that GR was able to join us at the end of the day. But also, let me call it. Thanks for joining us in the chat, guys. You were terrific. It's always great to have you around. It's great to see some new faces, Paul and Logan. Keep coming back. I mean, guys, it's a place to hang out and talk about some pop culture moments of the day, and we always are happy to have your voice along for the ride. But real quick before I go, Rachel, you cracked me up for the night with your little guy supremacy quote. I guess I'm a tiny bit fascist for the tinies tonight. Babu Frick all day. I'm out.
Amen.
Great, Mike. Appreciate you as always. Appreciate you, Rachel, in the chat, and I appreciate you all. Mr. Sean Sutherland, thank you so much for being on Kruse Control as always. Happy Hump Day, our comic book king, master, and conqueror himself. Appreciate you. If I could catch you, I would. Thank you for coming back on Kruse Control. Happy Hump Day. Hope you have a great night, and thank you again for bringing in the knowledge, the facts, and the truth.
I'm always happy to share the good word, if you will. Go to your comic book stores. Find your local comic book stores, buy a fucking book, keep the industry going, find out new characters. There are beautiful stories happening right now by a very diverse set of old established talent and newcomers that are just turning comics on their heads with new great stories. And there's plenty of stories for everyone. Stories for everybody is what I'm trying to say. You know, if it's Wednesday, you know, it got to be your Kruse Control. GR, good to see you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, chat. Yeah, I got it through them all. All right. We
made it happen. Thank you, Sean, as always. Appreciate you. Happy Hump Day. Thirsty Daddy himself, the Stone Cold Thirsty Daddy. Thanks for popping into the show tonight. Out of the blue, get it up, bringing some fucking facts, and appreciate you, GR, for popping in last minute. I hope you had a great night in the chat and on the show.
It's fun being on both sides of the same show.
Right? Conquering the world, GR.
Popping in and covering for Mark while he had to go do his buddy's show.
Yeah, he's got to do that sometimes, and that's awesome. It was good to have Mark here too. Appreciate you, GR. We'll see you back on Friday, of course. Everybody else will see you back on Friday. Sean and Mike will see you back next hump day. But together, we can keep this motor train moving. Appreciate you as always. Keep those numbers going one day at a time. You got to keep it going up because the numbers keep growing because of you and you alone. And because you're spreading that word, spreading that love, and bringing.
You like what you're seeing tonight? Like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. We'd appreciate it.
Talking right now, you're just saying stuff. Like he's like doing his own thing.
Yeah, did you get paid for that voice line? Just want to check. Okay.
You know how they.
I mean, I don't want to tell you your business, but protect
Bring
yourself.
that bell for notifications when we're live.
All right, GR, calm down. Anyways, spread that love. You gotta tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents that were Dr. Doom in a past life, and they also were Robert Downey Jr., and they were also Iron Man, and they were also caught in some little girl's bed because they had too many drugs and they lost their life and they came back from the dead. They are awesome. We love you so much. They had popcorn buckets. They were by alien popcorn buckets. They had Doom popcorn buckets. They had Slimer popcorn buckets with aliens and babies and beavers and badgers. Oh my, all of the creatures. They had chickens, the penguin, they had penises. They had a pool of marsupilamis playing together. And they subscribe. You can subscribe too with the flamingos and the koala bears and every chinchilla with a beaver background. They came together and that was amazing because they were one. And we're one with you and the world and the universe and the multiverse and everything out there because you know why? We believe in it. It's real. It's fucking real. Because you subscribe. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being on Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you. Have a great night. We're almost at 2,000. The idea is before the end of the month, we get 2,000. Please help us get there. Please.
Huge.
Tell the people. Tell the people. But until then, everybody, take care. Hump away, please, tonight. See ya!